Hi everyone, welcome back to FRAG-MENTAL. You've not seen this guy on my channel for a while, of course. It's Aaron Terence Hughes. He's back and we're here to talk about SMOULDER, our collaboration fragrance. So if you want to hear more about it, stay tuned. Aaron, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while.
Amazing. Post-COVID.
Post-COVID, we're out in this beautiful park. We're in the museum gardens in York. We've just had lunch, we've had a catch up.
Amazing.
We've had about 2 years to catch up on, really, haven't we?
I think so. Yeah, 2 years. It seems like longer.
We've got together because we managed to get the ball rolling again on the collaboration SMOULDER, the fragrance that we've been working on together. I say working on together, it's sort of all Aaron in terms of the magic that's gone into creating this fragrance. Obviously, you know, we've worked together on the concept and the style of fragrance that it would be. But for a while, things went quiet. You didn't see many updates, and it was pretty much because of the pandemic, really. We talked about initially, we always wanted this project to be something that we could get together regularly to talk about, make videos about, and document the process.
With the whole COVID thing, I had to be quite careful about who I interacted with. Because if I got COVID, I'd lose my sense of smell. If I lose my sense of smell, my staff lose their jobs. I lose my factory. So I had to be super, so it's a little bit more stressful than perhaps people who don't rely on the sense of smell for their living.
Are you excited that SMOULDER is happening for definite?
I'm relieved because it was a project that I wanted to do. And it was something that it was done, completed, and it has all its regulatory paperwork, has all its labels, has all its boxes. It's such a nice, different fragrance to what I normally create. I think it's quite important to release something which I work really hard at to the world. Otherwise it felt like a bit like a waste of collaboration, time, effort, money, all of that stuff, and it just, it's time now. That I think it's a really good time, actually. I think it's a good time. It feels right now. I'm glad we didn't rush it and try and get it out in the middle of the pandemic. Me
now
too.
Feels right. So just to give you the backstory, Aaron and I wanted to work on something together. So I gave him a mood board, and Aaron came up with some ideas based on that and based on what he knows about me as a person and the style of fragrances that I like. You know, he's very aware that I love Roger Parfums, and Enigma is my favorite fragrance. So based on those things, that gave you a good idea, didn't it, about where to start with SMOULDER? So
I knew because you liked Enigma, you liked my old Santal Extreme, you liked Tobacco, I knew what you liked from a really technical point of view. And then it pretty much was like working out how to take something and make it smell. So people have smelt it, they like it straight away, but there is a thing about how it smells different but similar to my work, and that's really what I wanted. I wanted it to smell like a collaboration. Quite clear about that. I wanted it to smell, you know, it comes from my fragrance house, but it smells like, oh, that smells like Chris. And actually that's what
it's very me.
Definitely. It is very you. It's totally you. So when people smell it, they'll think for me there is a sophistication to it. There is a it smells French, and it smells like you get it in one of the big French houses, and it could be maybe called something different, but it's what you could, it smells like a French fragrance house. And I'm very proud of that it smells, for me, stepping out my comfort zone and smells different but the same. I'm astounded at how good a job you've done creating this fragrance. I said to you before when we were having lunch, I'm so thrilled that you've created it, because one of the things I love about some of my favourite fragrances is how distinctive and how memorable they are. They don't smell like other fragrances. They're not really that derivative. They stand out on their own, and SMOULDER really nails that for me, which I love. So what happened was, even before the pandemic kicked off, Aaron created his interpretation of SMOULDER. I think we did a mood board, we discussed notes, then I came up with the name SMOULDER, and then you went away and worked your magic, didn't you? So this was like, I pretty much had a framework of what I thought you would want in a fragrance. I had that thing about, well, I knew what musk you'd want, I knew what raw materials you would want, just from sort of figuring out you as a person. So it took quite a long time to get the initial framework and then finesse it. But the first submission is the one that we've gone with. So I liked it, but then there's that thing in the back of your mind, certainly with me anyway,
being a slightly indecisive person sometimes, is I thought, let's try some other things. So we tried about another 30 variations. We added some rum, we added cherry, we added more tobacco, we added more sandalwood, we made it creamier, fluffier.
I remember that one.
Tried to go for more projection, which we didn't really need to do because it's really strong anyway. So I went through all these iterations, and we were sort of in the middle of this process, weren't we? Then the pandemic hit, and things just fizzled out because we couldn't continue the process in the way that we wanted to.
Well, I also moved factories.
And that happened,
So there was a thing about where massive changes happened within my brand. I had to find a factory. I had to find staff. I had to deal with logistics. I had to deal with so much. So it almost like, for that period, I had to deal with stepping into a businessman head, how to deal with staff, how to deal with hiring, firing, how to deal with figuring out how to send stuff to America. I had to send a staff on dangerous goods course. I had to do stuff. So it meant that the period that we couldn't work together, I had to grow as an individual and as a businessman. So
it's ready. The fragrance is ready, and we have a release date. We have decided, I'll let you tell them what the release date is.
We are doing this slightly differently. So we decided on the release date of the 1st of September at 8 AM. We always release stuff at 8 AM because we can get in work and we can set, everything's manual with me. And then we're doing 30 days of Smoulder, and this is going to be a limited release.
So the price we've decided on will be £105 for 50ml. Now that is based on us both wanting to get the balance right of having a price that reflected the materials used, because they're high quality, but not charging too much. So we could easily have charged, I think, a lot more.
Well, we were going to do 145, but I said the meeting we had was, if I do work, I want it to sell, and I want this to be enjoyed by people, and I'd rather have less profit and my work be enjoyed and loved than massive profits and only select people can afford it.
And we were both coming from the same place on that, because rather than just having this is not just a money making, obviously it's not going to be nice that hopefully we'll sell these and we'll make some money, but it's not just all about that. It's about getting the fragrance out there and making it as accessible to as many people as possible. So we thought, based on all that, £105 was about the right price to make it affordable, but also for it to fairly reflect the materials and the work that's gone into it.
I think so.
There will be 10 mils available as well. They will sell for £22. So if you don't really want to commit to a full 50ml bottle, then you can get one of the 10ml bottles. So I think, is there anything else we need to say? The release date, the price?
The concentration is 25%. So I don't deal with, I don't really deal with less, because I don't see the point in it.
So it's strong.
It's a strong, projecting, long-lasting fragrance.
This is the bottle, so it comes in the packaging that Aaron's line is currently
synonymous with unicorns.
So it comes in that in the hat box style box, and we've got the matte black bottle, and it says ATH X FM Smoulder on the bottle.
Smart.
I'm thrilled with it, and it's really smart. Do you want to spray a little bit on your skin? Go on.
So, it just reminds me of you. So this is when I think of what you like, is you love French perfumery. You love strong, projecting. This is a tobacco dominant fragrance. And it's got 30% naturals in. So it
smells very natural to me.
Natural, eloquent, but it's also got a lot of aroma chemicals in that are associated with high tech. The must choice is crazy. Like complex but smells simple. And there's a smoothness.
It's very smooth and rounded. I love, there's a bit of smokiness in there. There's some sort of sweet incense, frankincense, and a little bit of creamy sandalwood. A little hint of like quite a smooth leather, which gives it this nice robust quality. And citrus to help to aid to flick and aid the elevation at the top. There's some lemon in there, which creates a little bit of freshness, a bit of lift. So it's very well balanced. It's not just a dark fragrance. It's got some nice brightness to it as well. So I think it's fairly versatile. If people like to wear fragrances seasonally, maybe more autumn winter, which is part of the reason why we're deciding a September launch. What I've noticed though is that the demographic of people is more sort of suitable for American tastes, because they love heavy projecting fragrances. So this is both. This is all my work sits on the skin and radiates off, but this is it smells very classy. And the thing I like is that it's not. Some of my work's very dark and heavy and naughty.
this smells like if I was to go on to me this feels like I would wear this if I was going to go to like somewhere like an event or something, or somewhere posh where I want to dress up and I want to smell, you know, it like classy.
Yeah.
This isn't
very
like,
classy.
Yeah.
Like a boss, suited and booted.
Yeah,
you want to smell attractive. You want to sort of own the room. You want to be able to give people those smouldering looks. You want people to notice the smell, which I think it gives you all that, and I think it makes you. It gives you that feeling of empowerment when you wear a strong fragrance. It gives you that feeling of empowerment in a way that you're very proud to be emitting the scent that you are.
I haven't smelled this for a long time. This smells similar to, obviously, like a Roger fragrance.
Yeah.
Also smells similar to, I can remember that French.
Roger style, not any Roger in particular, but
no,
that
like
style.
a Roger, like French, and the
luxury French
what's
style,
the other range? What's the other?
Serge Lutens.
Serge Lutens.
Yeah.
It smells like it actually smells similar to those sort of things. And then I would say on the top, the other range that does the night and.
Frederic Malle.
So to me, it smells like a Frederic Malle, Roger style fragrance, and all that sort of like French quality perfume. That's, to me, you could buy it from each of those three sort of ranges, and you think it could be called something different, and I think it would fit perfectly. You go, okay.
It smells very luxurious,
I
very
think so.
well put together, very rounded, very smooth, no sharp edges.
No, the roundness is like is the mixture of the it's a mixture of lots of secret things, but it's primarily the sort of the sandalwood raw materials combined with sandalwood.
Yeah.
But it's radiant.
Yeah,
I love it.
It is very.
I haven't smelled it for a year.
He's done a good job.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Chris.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you don't, no one will know this, but I was approached by a brand to work with them and collaborate with them to create some fragrances. But that would have meant, if I had have done that, that would have meant that we couldn't have done Smoulder.
I think this would be a shame.
That was why I decided not to go that route, because I'd already smelled Smoulder by that point. I thought there is not a world that I'm living in where I don't want this to be to not be smelled by people out there who've been waiting for it. So I decided to go for it.
Yeah, I think I get asked by DMs and YouTube comments a lot, when's it been released? And I think it would have been, for me personally, a little bit of a shame to not work so hard at something and have the satisfaction of people loving it. And I think this will be really well loved.
I love it so much. I'm super excited to release it, get it out there, get your opinions. You know, we're quite prepared that it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because not every fragrance is. That's just impossible. But I think if you enjoy the style of fragrances that I like, if you like that luxurious, smooth sort of French perfumery, something that is quite easy to wear as well.
I love it.
I would say.
I love the smokiness. It's got like an incense.
It's got a nice little kick of smokiness and incense, hasn't it? Anyway, so I love it. I'm very proud to be putting it out there. Aaron's done an amazing job. Can't wait for it to be released on the 1st of September. So I think that's all the information for now. So 8 AM, 1st of September. Make sure you're on Aaron's site, ready to click if you want to pick up a bottle of this, because it is in limited quantity. And we're saying Smoulder September, Smoulder month, but
so how it is,
last
the maceration time in this is quite long, and I only can make up a certain amount. So it may be that this is a limited release once or twice a year. But it is definitely for this year, September only, and it's September or until the concentrate's gone. So when the concentrate's gone, I'm not doing any more.
So there won't be very much of it when it's gone. It's gone. There we go. All right. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that update. I'm so pleased that so many of you have been asking me over the last couple of years, what's going on with Smoulder? It's one of the most common questions I get on Instagram and on YouTube. So hopefully all you guys that were asking that question, this video has answered all those questions. And if it hasn't, please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed to Aaron's channel, it's doing really well. Last time I checked, it was around 36,000. So
you check more than me. I don't check.
That's hard to get a channel up to that level of subscribers. So good job. Go and subscribe. I'll leave a link at the end to Aaron's channel, so go and check it out. He does reviews on lots of popular fragrances. So there you go. There's your Smoulder update. Thank you, Aaron, for coming to talk to me about it. Thanks for watching. Remember, keep tuning into FM, keep smelling good, and I'll see you in the next one.